If series. If Earth's gravity were reduced to 0.5 g, a world at half gravity, a new human civilization shaped by 0.5 g, the lightened Earth. Earth pulls us downward with an acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared. We have built our bones and developed our muscles to match this force. But what if, one day, without warning or on a new planet, we migrate to the gravity is only 0.5 g, half that of Earth? It wouldn't just make our bodies lighter or let us jump higher. Everything would be transformed, from the density of the air we breathe to the height of skyscrapers, and even the way our internal organs function. Today, we explore the parallel world shaped by a new physical constant, 0.5 g. Part 1. Atmospheric Engineering. What if Everest became twice as tall? Gravity is the force that holds the atmosphere in place. If gravity were reduced by half, the force compressing the air would weaken as well, causing atmospheric pressure to drop sharply. From an engineering standpoint, this means that today's sea level pressure would become comparable to the pressure near the summit of Everest. To maintain oxygen concentration, Earth's atmosphere would expand far higher than it does today. And this would bring about massive changes in weather patterns. Clouds would form at higher altitudes, and although winds would weaken once they begin to blow, they would carry a strong inertia that makes them difficult to stop. And with reduced air resistance, aerospace engineering would reach a revolutionary turning point. Part 2. Biological and medical engineering. Bones that grow taller but weaken. The human body maintains its form by resisting gravity. If gravity were cut in half, the cartilage between our vertebrae would expand, making every human 5 to 10 centimeters taller than today. But from a biomedical engineering perspective, we face a serious problem. When gravitational stimulation decreases, calcium begins to leach from the bones, accelerating the loss of bone density. With less gravitational demand, the heart no longer needs to pump as forcefully to circulate blood throughout the body. And as a result, the cardiac muscles may begin to atrophy. In a 0.5 g world, humans would develop much taller, slimmer bodies, and exoskeleton suits, or gravity-loading exercise devices, would become essential medical equipment for preserving muscle mass. Part 3. Construction and Architectural Engineering. The disappearance of the skyscraper limit. In modern architectural engineering, the greatest constraint on how tall a building can be is load, that is, gravity. In a 0.5 g world, the vertical load on building materials would be reduced by half. This means that even with today's technology, we could build ultra-tall structures several kilometers high. In other words, the lower framework of a space elevator with far greater stability. Cities would grow upward rather than outward, and with gravity reduced, massive dome structures could be built to regulate temperature and air pressure across entire urban areas, making geoengineered city design commonplace. Bridge spans would grow longer, and structures could become thinner and more artistic in form. Part 4. Space and Transportation Engineering. Earth becomes the solar system's transit hub. The escape velocity required to leave Earth is determined by the influence of gravity. On a 0.5 g Earth, the amount of fuel required to launch a rocket would drop dramatically. From an aerospace engineering standpoint, Earth would become an ideal forward base for exploring the solar system. Massive spacecraft would be able to take off and land directly on the surface, and space travel would become as frequent as modern air travel. In ground-based transportation, maglev trains would be able to float much higher with far less energy. And as a result, a global network of ultra-high-speed vacuum tubes, a true Hyperloop era, would emerge almost immediately. Conclusion: the power of humanity to adapt to its environment. A world where gravity is halved would allow us to leap higher and build taller. Yet it would also expose the vulnerabilities of the human body. We evolved under the invisible shackle of gravity, but once that shackle loosens, we will use engineering to adapt perfectly to a new environment. In a 0.5G world, humanity would be ready to reach upward, lighter, higher, and farther stretching boldly toward space. If your body weight were cut in half, what's the very first thing you'd want to try? Share your imaginings in the comments. Your subscriptions and likes greatly help me continue creating content on YouTube. And that was the If series.